Hi, I'm Man of All Trades, and today I'm going to show you how my friend Nick and I built that bench. So I'm currently on year 3 of restoring this broken down, dilapidated farm into something that is beautiful and full of life again. But that's been an extremely time, money, and labor-intensive process. So one of the things that I've really learned as I've been learning how to farm is how to be extremely resourceful and how to source things from within my community. And if there's one word that can describe this project in particular, it's resourcefulness. Every single item we used to make this bench was completely free. The steel tubing that I used to weld up the frame of this, I got for free when I bought my welder on Craigslist a couple years ago. The oak slats that are spaced on the bottom here are actually stair treads from my friend's stair project that he just did a couple weeks ago. This slab is from the very first tree that I ever used a chainsaw to cut down. If you know me at all, you know that I love to barter and to trade, because anytime that I can trade my own assets or my own skill sets for something that someone else wants or needs, it means that that's money that I don't have to go outside the home to earn. But one of my favorite trades to date was actually trading this bench that I am now a year late on delivering, but thankfully my friend is really patient, for a year's worth of garden starts from my friend who has a little nursery and just does an incredible job raising organic starts. So you heard me say that my poor friend had to wait almost a year to get this bench from me as my part of our bargain. And there's a few fairly good reasons for that. One, that I had to build this shop so that I could drag out my metal gear and actually weld this together for her. But the funny thing is, I ended up not even building it in this shop. I really was pretty rusty on my metalworking skills, and so I called up my buddy Nick and I said, hey Nick, would you just kind of do a little hand holding on this project and remind me about a few things? And boy, am I glad I did, because first of all, if you know me at all, you know that I love making things with friends. I mean, I love making things with my hands, but if I can make something with my friend, first of all, my creative juices just flow a lot more, and there's just a whole lot more laughing and a whole lot less stress that goes on in the building process. And that's most certainly what happened on this project. The other thing too is that it was awesome to have another set of eyes on this project as I did it. I was going to make a really sleek, very highly polished steel frame for this. And I mean, I was really pleased with how well it went together as far as my really rusty welding skills and stuff like that went. But Nick suggested, hey, we should totally patina this, because as we looked at the colors that were inside the slab we were going to use for the top, we realized, hey, we should really capitalize on that. And then by the time we got the vinegar on there, we stopped the flash rusting process and put the finish on, and then oiled the oak slats. Man, did this piece look sharp. And so I'm really glad that he suggested that. And there was just a whole bunch of things along the way that I would never have even probably thought of. There's just little details and little tools that Nick has, because he's a major tool collector, that just added to this. It's also just super fun to work in someone else's shop, especially someone like Nick's shop, because he has it insanely well organized, and he puts my shop and my cleanliness to shame. Every time I go over there, I'm like, oh man, I have so many things I need to build for my shop and so many things I need to organize. But I mean, yeah, this was a extremely fun project to do, especially because Nick and I are such good friends. You'll see in the video several times his kids popping in and out, who I also absolutely adore, and that adds fun to, I think, any project. There are also a few design elements that came about because I was working to someone else's specifications that ended up just totally making the piece pop. And I love that, because I would have were I making this bench for myself, I would have made it much shorter, because I have unbelievably short little legs. but I also would have done a really like smooth top. And the one thing that she specifically said is that she wanted to have the sawmill marks stay on this slab top. And I mean, the way that the rough mill marks on this slab go with the patina, and then there's the contrast of the really smooth, beautifully oiled white oak slats down there that just, I mean, it looks so cool. And I mean, I was joking with one of my friends, I'm not even going to be humble about this project. I'm so pleased with the way that it came out. But I can say that unhumbly, because it wasn't just me that was involved in the design process. Nick's ideas were awesome. He came up with the idea to burn the edges because that light edge didn't really look very good up against the patina. He also came up with the idea for the patina because I wanted to, like I said, if it was me designing it, I would have had the top be really just very, very smooth and very shiny, and I would have matched that with a shiny base. But the way that this came out, because of those few design elements, the fact that this dark here brings in some of the dark in the white oak and some of the dark that's here in the top of the slab, is just unreal. And so I'm just very, very pleased with this piece. It was such a fun project, and I have another major win in my trades category as far as making things work for the farm without having to have money change any hands. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and to support my channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back next week and see some more.